to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham, where we're just about to kick off with our first quarter-final.
Now, our quarter-finalists have already met the Gladiators once, but tonight, the games may be different, and so might the Gladiators. But the prizes will remain the same.
Absolutely, and there's a lot at stake, because this year's champions will each drive away with one of these fabulous, top-of-the-range sports cabriolets. Plus £1,000. And we haven't forgotten about our runners-up. Oh no, they'll have £1,000 to spend on a holiday of a lifetime on the beautiful island of the Comores. Let's meet tonight's quarter-finalists. They are Paula Bush
and Joe Newman.
Paula, this is the first time I get a chance to say welcome to Gladiators. How are you feeling?
Feeling really good.
Now, you, of course, joined us as a standby, and now you've made it through to the quarter-finals. So things are getting a little bit more serious. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really strong, and hopefully I'm just going to do my best and go for it.
And you're going to do your best for two very small, special little people, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got two beautiful twins, Zach and Paris, and they're over there.
My goodness, twins. This woman's had twins. What do you like? And you've got plenty of support for you tonight, but you've gone through some of the events. Have you got the feel for the whole show now, and the feel for the events and the Gladiators?
I am just bubbling. I just want to get on with it now and show my stuff.
Well, we'll let you get on with it. Let's hear it for Paula Bush.
Joe, you look really pleased to be here tonight.
I am having a great time.
Have you brought along lots of support with you?
Yes, I have lots of friends, blue police officers, all sorts.
Now you've done it once already, what are you most looking forward to tonight?
The Eliminator. That's when we can show what we're made of.
Just remind us and everybody a little bit about what you do and where you come from.
I'm a local girl, I'm from Birmingham. It's nice to keep one of those cars driving around Birmingham, that's the aim. And I'm a detective with the West Midlands Police Force.
Any other police force in tonight?
I think so, they've got out of the pub.
Well, I think we're going to watch ourselves tonight. Anyway, we wish you all the best of luck. Let's hear it for Joe!
Now it's time to meet the guys. Tonight they are Ali Graham
and Brian Doamekpor.
One or two supporters there, Ali. Remind everybody at home what it is you do and where you're from.
I come from Hoyk in the Scottish borders, and I'm a forestry worker.
Now, there's no way anybody could forget about you, because you have got with you Ali's Tartan Army.
Ali's Tartan Army and Robbie the Bear.
Listen, did they help you get through the events of the first heats?
Oh, they make an awful difference. They're great.
Well, listen, how are you going to do tonight?
Brian's good guy, fit guy, so, you know, it all depends on how the games go.
Well, we shall look forward to seeing you in action.
That's great, thank you, but Ulrika, I've actually got something for you.
What? Something? Oh, no. Wow, that's fantastic. And that's, who have we got here?
We've got Stephen Blair.
Ah, well, Ali, I don't know what to say except for a huge thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Ali.
Brian, you look to be brimming with confidence.
Absolutely, absolutely. Pretty happy to be here, pretty happy to have made it through the first round. You know, going to give it my best shot.
What have you been up to between the first round and tonight, the quarterfinals?
I've been working out strategies, watching other games, doing a bit of speed work, you know, just trying to stay in shape, you know, for the grand finale.
Last time you looked very quick over the Eliminator. Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to shattering my record of 120, maybe get it down by another 15 seconds.
And might you also be thinking about the prizes?
Well, first things first.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll be driving away in one of those, definitely.
Okay, first things first. Let's hear it for Brian!
Well, I'm going to have to wait for my haggis, or my haggis is going to have to wait for me, because the girls are ready now, so it's time to let the games begin. First up on Tightrope, it's Paula! And she's going to be facing Fox. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2...
It's all about pulling power. First to the top and back down again wins. 10 points to Paula if she can pull it off, but a flyer's in store if the Fox steals it. Paula has a clear lead. She'll be looking for a clean changeover. It's the crow's nest first at the halfway points. Unhooks. She'll press the down button before beginning her slip to the finish. The Gladiator outfoxed on this opener. And an explosive start from Paula, and nearly an explosive finish for Fox if she hadn't lost her grip. 10 points to Paula Bush, knew how to fix the Fox. Paula's partner, Julio Cockahupio. That was one burning bush.
Paula Bush, way to go! 10 points.
Most excellent, can't believe it.
I mean, that was great. It was so smooth, just as it's supposed to be done. You could show the Gladiators a thing or two.
It went all right on the night, didn't it?
It certainly did. Let's hear it for Paula, 10 points.
Delighted Julio having trouble staying coolio. Big smile, great support.
Next up on Tightrope, it's Jo. And she's going to be racing against Siren. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1!
The push with the legs before the pull on the arms, and Detective Jo with a clumsy start, losing her way. Used to Sirens, but not like this one. Jo needs some speed if she's going to get back on Siren's case. Jo happier following leads rather than Gladiators. Siren on the changeover, and she'll drop to hit the button before starting her slide to victory. Siren screams down the line to blast Jo from the points. Feet first ignition, and Jo spark out the detectives in the dragnet, and what a blast from the Siren. Sister Sue and boyfriend Graham glad to see the back of that event. 1 down, 4 to go. Paula 10, Jo 0.
So we now move into the men's event with Ali. And he's going to be facing Hunter. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1!
Alley-oop, and it's chop-chop for the woodcutter who's going to beat the Hunter on the rope. Ali's all over the place. Hunter's hands are blur as he powers up the incline. Hunter leads, and he's first to the crow's nest. Unhitches to hammer home the advantage for the wild ride to the firing pin. No dilly-dally from Ali, but only one can win, and won't be him. Hunter invincible. Ali in mid-air. And Ali's totty army know he gave his all. Wife Leah leading the anthem. Ali down, but certainly not out.
Oh, Ali, you know how important the points are when we're in quarterfinals?
That's right, I made a mistake halfway up there, I lost my balance. He was first up, but I'm first down, unfortunately.
Listen, plenty more events. Keep your pecker up.
That's right.
And it seems you master every new event that we have, and this was no exception.
Well, the hardest part of this event is at the end there where you've got to dismount, press the button, grab the things. It's like rubbing your tummy at the head at the same time and singing Come By Our My Lord. But he gave me a haggis at the beginning of the show. Try and warm me up a bit, so I'm going to have that later on tonight. Might be a bit stronger tomorrow.
Oh, who knows? Let's hear it for Hunter and for Ali.
What have you got the lighting glasses? Steamed up.
Steamed up. Is anybody there?
Next up on Tightrope, it's Brian. And he's going to be facing Cobra. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1!
Restaurant manager Brian needs to be faster than his food for this line, and he's going at this with relish. For once, the Cobra's not up to it. Brian piercing through the lights to hit the halfway stage first. Doesn't buckle under the pressure of the changeover. And Cobra already resigned to the big drop. Brian's family come from Ghana, and Cobra's looking like a goner. Brian, feet first for the win! And Cobra's bottom first for the nets. The snake with the ropey old start. Brian's mum, sister and brother well pleased with that. And easy it clearly was. Brian hits the detonator, and this was the Cobra's only flash of brilliance.
Oh, Brian. There were cries of easy, easy. Was it easy?
Why didn't you come try?
No. They paid me to stay down here for very good reason. You looked as if you were enjoying it.
Yeah, I was, pretty much so. It was my event. I tried it last time and I didn't do too well, so I thought I'd take it out and poor Cobra this time.
Well, you've improved, and you've picked up 10 points. Well done. Cobra, there's no easy way to put this. He was faster.
He was, but I didn't find it easy. He beat me. What are you talking about cheering for me saying easy?
I think you've got the wrong end of the stick. Let's hear it for Cobra and Brian.
No fork-tongue stuff from the sporting Cobra. After one event, Brian leads 10-0. Now, let's take a sun-soaked timeout.
S is for sustenance, or, if you prefer it, food. Without food, we don't exist. And look at this wonderful variety of food that's available here for the Gladiators. But to discuss it further, we have our resident nutritionist, Shireen, and our chief chef, Kalua. First of all, Shireen, how would you describe the way in which we should use this food in order to produce the levels of energy and strength that we need to produce for the Gladiators?
Well, a little bit of everything would be a very good, healthy way of living. Now, pasta, carbohydrates for the energy. Then there's the proteins with fish, beef, chicken, and the dairy products for muscle buildup and strength. And then there's the vegetables and the fruits for the vitamins and minerals.
On now with our next event, and waiting to score with the blue balls, it's Joe. Scoring with the red balls, it's Paula. And they're going to be facing Rio, Vogue, and Falcon.
Yes, trouble to the power of 3 for Joe and Paula. Well, it's certainly not like this at work, as Paula told me earlier.
Do you know, working day at the crash, the kids are this small, we get on really well, they're lovely. But now I'm against the Gladiators, they're this tall, and that's another kettle of fish. But Rio, if you misbehave, you'll be in that corner. And Vogue, if you throw a little temper tantrum, you'll be there too.
3, 2, 1.
Time out, and Paula straight from the crash and into the crash with Vogue. Detective Joe with no score for her first run, sprints to reload. No, she needs the points. And Vogue snaps to the heels and Joe's progress arrested. Paula's got the width to outstretch Rio, dumps home a pair. Great speed from the Bournemouth nursery nurse. Nifty with a nappy and fast with the feet. Falcon won't be changed, her feathers unruffled. Joe with no joy so far strides out, but straight into the talons of Falcon. And Paula's got the measure of Rio, the pace and space for another 2 points. Paula told me she's a lousy cook, but she's got Rio in a stew at the moment. Paula against Vogue, and Vogue wins it. And Rio gives Joe a balling out. Birmingham-born Joe's struggling to find her form at the moment, reloads. Oh, but Falcon's there to scupper her chances. And Rio finally gets a handle on Paula into the last 10 seconds, and the girls will be hard pushed to basket much more. Joe again. Oh, another crushing defeat. Paula with the last gasp, but Falcon again swoops to conquer. John Anderson must be ready. Yes, he is. 4 for Paula, none for Joe. A real Powerball, rough and tumble for the two of them. And Paula's mum, Jill, there. And Julio happy to hold the baby.
Joe, that looked extremely hard.
That is such a tough game. I was determined to get a ball in, but no, too good.
At times,
really hard.
at times, you know, you're trying to like throw it over them as well. Is that a particularly good idea?
No, but if you're going to go, you might as well give it your last shot, just in case.
Paula, on a couple of occasions, you kind of dodged Rio, scored a couple of points.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, but yeah, I got it in when it counted.
You did very well. I think I'm going to call in John Anderson to give us the scores.
Scored very simply. The score, Joe, I'm afraid, failed to score, but Paula, 4 points.
Let's hear it for Joe and Paula.
As the girls go off to tend their bumps and bruises, the scores look like this. Paula moves to 14, Joe remains on 0.
So now we move into the men's event. And ready to score with the blue balls, it's Brian. Scoring with the red balls, it's Ali. And tonight, they're
Rhino, the awesome ace, and the superb Saracen. And if that build-up doesn't get me a very expensive Christmas present from each of them, nothing will.
Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1!
It's crunch time. Ali tries the road to success, but Saracen's there to make it a dead end. Brian with incredible speed, but Rhino tying him up and dashing him down. Ali again, the forestry worker. Ace there to fell him. And Brian with awesome speed. Slams home 2 points. Superb stuff from Brian. Back for more. Rhino letting Ace try his hand. Ali against Saracen. And Sarah skittles his leg from under him. Rhino late for the ball, and Brian looking to build on his lead. Brian moves away from Rhino straight into Sarah, and Sarah wrenches him away from the points by the scruff of the neck. Ace bundles Ali away. The only thing harder than this in Gladiators is Wolf's head. Ali is back for more. Coming up on halfway through, Ali tries to dummy Sarah, but he won't dummy the ref. Grounds the ball before dropping it home. Ace with a spinning tackle on Brian, and Brian's taking a knock to the leg. Ali again, and face full of Rhino. Rhino has his own ground rules for contenders, and the rules are that contenders should be on the ground. And Brian in serious trouble with that leg. The ref can't have seen it. Brian gamely carrying on, but that leg needs attention. Let's hope it's not serious. And thankfully, the whistle means that Brian can be checked over. And Brian clearly in a lot of pain. Finally, John Anderson summons the medic. And Brian's such a great character and a superb contender. We all share the concerns of Brian's mum, Bernice. The Gladiators' doctor, Lou Arturo, getting to work alongside physio Mike Garmston, unstrapping those ankle supports. Brother Alf can only wait for the diagnosis, along with the rest of us. St. John Ambulance preparing to wheel Brian out of the arena on a gurney. And the crowd acclaim Brian. Bernice and Carolyn leading the applause. If Brian is deemed unfit to continue, that'll be nothing short of a tragedy. Brian Doamekpor is taken away for further medical treatment. Sad end to an exciting event, especially as Brian's extended his lead over Ali, 12 points to 0.
Join us after the break for more exciting events here on Gladiators.
Indoor arena here in Birmingham, and to the second part of our first quarter-final. Now, before we go any further, we've just received a little bit of sad news on behalf of Brian, our male contender, who we saw get injured in Powerball. He has a suspected fracture of the bone in his foot and leg, so he's gone off to hospital. And in these situations, of course, we have to bring on a standby. And our standby tonight is Adam Stretton. Come on, Adam. You've been here once before, Adam, but just remind everybody what you do and where you're from.
I work as concierge at Tony Hall Hotel in Rotherwick. Originally from Burton-on-Trent, so I'm used to the Midlands. Hopefully everyone will support me here.
Yes, hopefully. Of course, you've arrived here without your supporters. We're hoping, of course, that Brian's supporters will go on to support you. Have you been keeping warm backstage, warming up?
I've just had a 3-course meal, so hopefully full of energy, one way of looking at it, and like to support off Brian.
Well, I hope you're not going to feel too heavy with your meal. You've got a few events ahead of you, and you take on Brian's points, of course, and we'll wish you the very, very best of luck. Let's hear it for Adam. First up on the Pendulum, it's Paula. And she's going to be facing Rocket. Over to John Anderson.
Set the pendulum!
There's a future gladiator. The one on the left. Paula with 60 seconds to steer clear of trouble. 10 points for lasting the 4 minutes, 5 for evading the Glad for 40 seconds. Rocket, a real propulsion machine when it comes to orbiting this globe. This is Paula's first time up on the swing thing, and Paula not afraid to give it plenty here tonight. Blimey, and nor she. I think I'd rather face Rocket. Paula Bush beat Julie Hall in her heat to make this quarter-final, leading Joe Newman 14-0 right now. But the big question is, where's the Rocket and will she be streaking over the horizon? And there's the answer. Rocket snatches the points from under Paula Bush's nose. Rocket, bright-eyed, had bushy-tailed Julio scratching his head, wondering what happened. Let's have a look. The out-of-the-blue streak Rocket fired up, and there snaffles the glory and denies the points.
It was a good scramble.
I enjoyed that, actually. She just was there. I didn't know where she came from.
I know, I was very excited because you were going one way, she was going the other way, and then suddenly she turned around, cheeky little devil, and I was screaming like mad.
Well, you didn't hear you. Louder next time.
Now, unfortunately, you weren't on there long enough to pick up 5 points. On this occasion, no points. But let's hear it for Paula. Next up on the pendulum, it's Jo. She's going to be facing Rebel.
Second time against Rebel on the pendulum for Jo, and she's got happy memories of their last encounter.
My last show, when I competed on Pendulum, that started off as a bit of a nightmare because I was actually running towards Rebel. So I met her. I did a quick turnaround. Unfortunately for me, she made a lunge for my tag, missed her footing and fell off. So I ended up with maximum points. So what started off as a catastrophe turned around to be to my benefit.
Well, I don't envy Jo this one. The Rebel determined to re-establish her reputation on this pendulum after that flying exit fluke last time. And look at this, if Rebel's not on Jo's left, she must be to her right, and there she is, sneaks up in double quick time. And boyfriend Graham out of his chair, and Jo needs to be out of there. Rebel, the spectre of doom above Jo's head. Jo trying to keep her at arm's length. Oh, but it's all over, surely, bar the crowd shouting. Yes, Jo's gone. Revenge for the Rebel in just under 25 seconds. Graham disappointed, but generous to Rebel. Rebel with a double bubble, the flag in her hand, and the contender on the net. With 2 events to go, the scores stay the same. Paula 14, Jo 0. Back to the arena.
So now we move into the men's event with Ali. And he's going to be facing Hunter.
Turning into a bit of a Scottish local hero.
The whole of Hawick is just absolutely on a high. It's been in all the local papers, it's been in the radio, the Scottish Tourist Board have supplied 20 t-shirts, Radio Borders has supplied 20 t-shirts for all my fans to come down in. It's just, everybody's on a high, it's absolutely brilliant.
Well, he's certainly going to be high this time. High in the sky. This, the latest in a long line of famous Scotland-England battles. Let's hope Ali doesn't get his buttock sprint. Hunter, one of the brightest stars in the Gladiator galaxy. Such tremendous agility and speed for such a big guy. Ali, a superb athlete, but he's drawn the short straw here. Ali's wife, Leah, trying to direct him. And Ali, oh, his flag flapping in the breeze. He's at the South Pole, but Hunter takes the cold shoulder from nobody. Easing down, his computer configurating a flag snatch scenario. Ali can only hold on and hope. The 40 seconds is looming up, but Hunter's there. Another 24-carat performance from the golden boy of Gladiators, and they know it. Worth seeing again, Hunter's comedy timing is as good as his athletic timing in this event, and here he certainly saw the jock. I thank you.
Last up on the pendulum, it's Adam. And he's going to be facing Cobra.
Old Snakehip, still crazy after all these years. Great Gladiator campaigner, stands 183 tall, scales up at 93 kilos and chesty to the tune of 122 centimetres. New boy Adam looks to be a couple of centimetres taller, but 10 kilos lighter. And remember, Adam Stretton, our hotel porter from Hampshire, is carrying the extra weight of his recent 3-course meal. Never been on the pendulum before in competition, but the Cobra has, and can't you tell it? Cobra snaking up on the left. Brian's sister Carolyn right behind Adam. Adam trying to eve it down to the south, dangling in the doldrums at the moment. Cobra in a delicate position, gets himself out of that, but Adam in serious trouble. Oh, can he hang on? Oh no! Pulled from glory by the gravity. Adam committed himself to go south, lost his foothold and didn't have the grip to see his time out. Tried to shift, but the net beckoned. And it was good night, Vienna.
I'm not sure if it's that heavy meal that you had beforehand, but hanging on to the bottom of the pendulum's got to be pretty tough as it is.
I thought I was doing okay, but I just went for that one. It was just that little bit too far, so... And you've got that big guy chasing us. So.
Well, absolutely, you did a terrific job there. You didn't quite get to him, but you were chasing him pretty fast.
No, I was on the move pretty quick. It's unlucky that he fell off, because I thought I was going to catch someone on there, and it's been a long time. Unlucky.
Well, we'll look forward to that event. Let's hear it for Cobra and for Adam.
Oh, Cobra always with something to wiggle about and giggle about. Adam fails to add to Brian's score, but he still leads after 3 events, 12 points to 0, back to the sun.
Oh, you're supposed to be using proper bait. What are you using there? Shoelace. The last time you used a shoelace, all you got was an old leather boot.
Exactly. I'm after the other one so I can have a pair.
The sad thing is, he means it.
Time now for our next event. Our first female contender is Paula. And she's up against Rocket.
Rocket ready to launch herself at Paula. Here's her spec sheet, 182 and 77. Paula's stats impressive enough, but still 12 centimetres shorter and 12 kilos lighter. On the platforms, the girls are on guard. My favourite event, bar none. 2, 1. And Rocket slams in the left. Paula rattling like a string puppet. Serious trouble. Oh, get that sorted out. And that. Paula Bush on her tush. Oh, remorseless Rocket dispenses with the contender the power and the glory. Julio and Jill not quite together on the choreography there. Oh, let's see it again. Come on. Rocket completely together for that duel. Bish bash Bush mixes her up, tips around. Lovely.
Our second female contender is Jo. And she's facing Falcon. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! On guard!
And Jo does need to be on her guard here. She's remembering last time she faced the Falcon on the platform, she lost badly. And both girls go straight to work. Jo's come for revenge, and Falcon, an exceptional duelist, slamming home the stick. Jo trying to jab herself out of trouble. Falcon returning the favour. The tussles are tangled. Falcon reckons it's her perch, and she's not prepared to share it. Jo coming back, but she's overcooked it. Oh, she pushed it too far, stepped across, and she's furious with herself for that. She had what it takes to go the distance. But Jo didn't bother to read Falcon her rights. Got stuck straight in, had the bird of prey on a defensive back foot, then strained to let a big one go and followed through. After 4 events, no change. Paula 14, Jo still to score.
On now with the men's event, and standing at the foot of the wall, it's Ali. He's going to be chased by Ace. Also getting ready for the climb, it's Adam. He's going to be followed by the Wolfman. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Left holding the baby. Ali's baby, Darcy missing the bustle. Winner scores 10, second 5. Adam lost to Hunter last time out, but this is Ali's first wall climb. Ali hits the overhang first. Ace will be on his case. Wolf will be after Adam, and here comes that trouble. The contenders have put in a cracking climb so far. Good head start for both. The baby's awake. Little wonder with Kerry screaming next to him. Ali on the up, and Ace won't be catching him. Ali says, "I'll take the high road, and I'll be up there before you." And Wolf, with a tremendous burst of speed, locks up Adam and strips him down. And the Scottish contingent very happy with that result. Baby Darcy just happy to hang on.
Obviously very pleased with that climb.
Oh, brilliant. I wasn't looking forward to that, but oh, so fast. Brilliant.
Why weren't you looking forward to it?
Because I hadn't been up it many times. Oh, brilliant.
Let's hear it for Ali. He scores 10 points.
Which puts a whole new complexion on the scores. Ali now 10, Adam stays on 12.
Our first female contender on Hang Tough is Paula. And she's up against Fox.
The Fox in her first season of Glads likes this event so much we ought to dub her the Flying Fox.
Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1.
Fox takes to the ring, safe in the knowledge that last time on Hang Tough, Paula faced lightning and very quickly came to grief. Fox with a leisurely swing, weighing up the contender, looking to anticipate her strategy. And Paula looking just as tranquil, but with plenty of time and space to take a scoring ring. Fox needs to remedy that situation before long. Tries a bit of traversing, but looks a bit clumsy. Paula happy to watch while Fox tries to sort herself out. Paula decides to quietly get on with it, swinging ever closer to the Gladiators platform, and Fox, turning her back on the problem at the moment, needs to get swinging to defend her territory. Fox living dangerously, allowing Paula all that freedom to wander around the scoring zone, but Paula looks to have let the initiative slip, and so she doesn't let those rings slip. Looks like she decided to try and tough it out. The clock's ticking. There's 5 points if she lasts the 4 minutes. Oh, Fox gets her! Bad luck for Paula, less than 10 seconds to go. Probably wise to save herself for the Eliminator. Good effort, though. Julio, along with Paula's mum and dad, holding Zach and Paris. Paula took the gamble to hang tough rather than try and regain her swing and pursue the trail to the platform. She may reflect she made the wrong choice.
Paula, you are 10 seconds away from scoring points.
Oh, Fudge-a-rooney.
Fudge-a-rooney.
I really enjoyed that, actually. I just got one ring out and I couldn't go anywhere.
I know, for a while you were just hanging.
I know. I thought I was going, but I thought, no, I can do it, and then I couldn't.
Well, it was a good try. Let's hear it for Paula and Fox. Next up, it's Joe. And she's facing Vogue.
Striker pose, there's nothing to it. The dark-haired dynamo, a real crowd pleaser. Great all-rounder, but Joe's fans don't care about that, nor will they be interested in Vogue's stats. She stands 1.67 meters tall, weighs in at 63 kilos, which means by comparison that Joe is 5 centimeters taller and a kilo heavier. So physically, Joe has the advantage, but practically the money must be on Vogue for that encyclopedic experience she's developed on the rings. Joe, a detective in Birmingham, looking to avoid being locked up and sent down herself. Looking good and taking it wide. Vogue scuttling to traverse right to cover that wing. Joe in the scoring zone, but also in Vogue's half. Who's going to make the first move? Vogue moving a step nearer, but the swing's against her for a go at Joe. She needs to square up. Here she comes. And she does. Scissors high. Can Joe hang on? Oh, no, she can't. Good no-nonsense performance from the Vogue. A pat on the back. Plenty of smiles. Plenty of singing. Now, once Vogue gets herself on track, Joe's firmly in her sights, firmly in her grip, and then, after a brief hiatus, firmly on the deck. After 5 events, Paula stays on 14, and Joe's on a fat 0.
Next is the turn of the boys. First up, all the way from Hoyt, it's Ali! And he's facing Khan.
The Khan always comes to conquer. Let's get the measure of the man. Stands 193 tall, weighs 114 kilos, sheer Khan power. Ali Graham posts some fine figures, but he's still 13 centimeters shorter and 38 kilos lighter. Whatever that means, I agree.
3, 2, 1.
And he'll take some getting past. Look at the size of him. He should have a sign saying wide load on the back of his leotard. Ali going great guns into the scoring zone, and Khan misses a ring. He's in trouble. And Ali eating into Khan's territory. Giant swings. He's on the verge of victory. Khan 1 ring. Has he given it away? Oh, my goodness! Snatches him away from the platform and sends him packing to the floor. Incredible stuff from Khan. The woodman cut down in his prime. What disappointment. But if anybody can, Khan can.
Oh,
Quite brilliant.
Absolutely awesome.
I refuse to go down. He tried and then he got away, but I just put on the turbos and I terminated him.
Ali, I thought that was going to be the quickest ever result ever.
Oh, yes, I was just about there. I just about had my feet on the platform.
You came from nowhere.
Yeah, brilliant. Well done.
Great event, both of you. Let's hear it for Khan and Ali. second male contender is Adam. And he's facing that big bad Wolf.
Adam will be swinging into the jaws of hell, the fearsome dog of war. Some great beast banners for the Glad with the least manners.
Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1!
And Wolf looking to complete another hang-tough clean sheet for the Gladiators, and Adam will be wanting to contribute at least some points to the 12 he has, all scored by Brian. And Wolf swinging into position to make first contact. Adam going wide, but the Wolf is there to cover him. Adam defensive, this his first hang tough outside the scoring zone, with Wolf daring him to make a move. Some call him the mangy menace, but the Wolf's skills are highly impressive. Gets a grip of Adam, adamant he's not going, but the Wolf will hound him down. Hanging tough. Oh, very cheeky work by the Wolf. Knows it's all over, bar the falling. Oh, come on, let's stop hanging about. Oh, yes, Wolf decks him. A textbook takedown. Exemplary performance by Wolf in every sense of the word. It's either a kiss in the smacker or a smack in the kisser. Either way, he pulls Adam's chain and flushes him out.
Even though you came down, you still got a smile on your face.
He's a Wolf man, isn't he? Any dirty things in try, he'll do it.
At one stage, I thought you were actually going to swing past the Wolf, which we all would have loved.
So would I. No one would have loved it more than myself, I tell you.
Wolf, congratulations. Another success.
Thank you.
They love you, really.
I love you too. I wonder how he got all that chalk on his face.
We're going to be left to wonder. Let's hear it for Adam and Wolf.
And Wolf happy with that. And with that, I would imagine. And Wolf generously sharing the glory with Adam. After 5 events, Ali has 10 points, all scored by himself. Adam has 12 points, all scored by Brian.
Up next is the Eliminator. At stake, 2 places in the semi-final. So join us after the break for more action here on Gladiators.
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham, where it's Eliminator time. Now, in the women's event, Paula's on 14 points, and Joe has scored no points. That will give Paula a 7-second head start. Remember, of course, that at stake is a place in the semi-finals.
And both girls look determined. And here's what they had to say. First, Paula.
I'm a competitor and I'm here to win. But if I don't, I've really enjoyed the experience, just meeting everybody. I feel very lucky that I've got this far. But I am going to try to win. I really am.
My opponent today is Paula. Certainly no ill feeling between us. She's a really nice person. She's a good contender. However, I came here to win, as did we all, so it's my intention to be the first through the paper burst today.
Joe Newman versus Paula Bush for a place in the semis.
Paula, you will go on my first whistle. Joe, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
The big push from Paula Bush. Previous Eliminator time, 1 minute 47 seconds. A 30-year-old mother of twins from Bournemouth. Here comes Joe. Her previous Eliminator timed at 1 minute 51, 4 seconds slower than Paula. So on paper, Paula's got to be the favourite. Tops the net and gets her leg over. Joe onto the trampette for the lift to the net. 1 up, 1 down. Rope for Paula now. Julio on the edge of his seats. Paula for the pull-up. Hooks her foot. Oh, she's lost it. Slithers down the rope. Agony for her and her fans. Paula back for another whack. Hooks up again. Loses it again. A nightmare rope for Paula as Joe draws level. Joe trying a conventional climb. Paula persevering, but the rope's got her beat. Joe hits the lead for an incredible turnaround. Hand ladder next. Joe's friends, Adam and Liz, know she sees the initiative. The ladder posing no problem for the local girl who's making good, but the horror of the rope still hangs over Paula's head. Julio demanding more effort. Joe at the trapeze takes him with ease, and it looks like this Eliminator's won before it's halfway run. Up the net with neither sight nor sound of Paula behind her. Joe needs to keep focused, and Paula needs, well, a step ladder, really. A terrible experience for her. Julio beside himself with frustration. A seat at the semi-final looking an ever-increasing long shot. Joe makes the gantry. Graham's police girl pin-up proudly displayed. Victory looking a highly likely option here. Joe on the zipper. Still no sign of Paula. You know, once that lactic acid sets in, your body gives up. But Paula's up now, the rope finally tamed, and what a smile from Paula's mum. Julio happy. Joe on the seesaw. Just needs to keep her head and her balance. Gently does it. Knows she can afford the time to get it right. One down and one to go. Can the girl from No Point City become the ultimate comeback kid? Gently does it. Travelator next for a place in the semi. The fans urging one last explosion of energy. Here she comes, the long sprint up the endless hill. Oh, yes, she's there. Joe, superhuman Newman from Birmingham books her place in the semis. Oh, boy. Boyfriend Graham and sister Sue begin the celebrations with Liz and Adam on Hang On To Your Helmet. Joe can't believe it. Nor could poor old Paula. Incredible courage to continue. Finishes that cargo net. Prepares for the final encounter. Julio's support has been unflagging tonight. Hooks up to the zip line now. Fast track to the floor. If only the rope had been this simple. Here's the splashdown. Dismounts the mat. Brother Lee giving her a big hand. Now the end is in sight. First the seesaws. We know she can do all this. She's done it before in a very fast time. It was just the rope that proved her undoing. Second seesaw. Downs it with ease. Travelator next. Here she comes. Not letting Ulrika put her off. Powers up. Gets the job done. Paula push. What a heroine.
Can you believe it? You're through to the semi-final.
No, I'm absolutely elated. But I don't think my fans are going to forgive me for putting them through it all through it again.
What were you thinking when you saw Paula struggling on the rope?
I wasn't that aware. I knew there was a problem, but I didn't know how bad it was because you're so focused on what you're doing, it's hard to see.
Were you ever looking over your shoulder?
No, never. Keep going.
Well done, you're through to the semi-finals. Let's hear it for Joe!
Paula, as you know, nothing is signed, sealed and delivered until it's over. And what was going through your mind when you were standing by that rope? I wish it wasn't there. You've climbed it before. What on earth was going on?
I don't know, I just swung out and then I couldn't get it. Oh, I don't know.
Oh! I know, and you've got your little twins sitting in the audience. They haven't got a clue what was going on, but one day, hopefully, you'll be able to show them this tape, and they'll be very proud of their mum.
Thank you.
You've got one medal each, one for the last time and one for this time. You've had great support, and it's been terrific to have you on the show. Let's hear it for Paula Bush.
Paula still comes up smiling, great girl, but for Joe and her fans, as she rightly says, they've got to go through it all again. And boyfriend Graham, a tower of strength all night. The victory was hers, and she's enjoying it. Paula, consoled by Julio, her mum's there as well. And in the fastest eliminator contest, the record time of 1:32.7 set last week by Helen Martin remains intact. Adam's 2-point lead hands him a 1-second head start.
Well, Adam, with all due respect, you're actually in the show tonight by default, and you've managed to make a success of it, and you've now got a 1-second head start.
Yeah, as I'll keep saying again, I'm doing it for Brian and his supporters for making all the effort here. A second is nothing, so credit goes out to Ali as well. Let's just make a good show of it and see what happens.
My goodness, the Tartan Army are going to be noisy tonight.
Yes, well, let's hope we can get through the finish line first.
Absolutely. The very best of luck to the two of you. See you both at the end. Over to John Anderson.
Hello, the executive producer's in. He's there with the Scots, the Graham clan. It's New Year's Eve all over again. Well, who'd be Adam right now?
Adam, you will go on my first whistle. Ali, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
The race is on, and it's going to be a quick one. Adam Stretton from Rotherwick, Hampshire, standing contender for Brian Doamekpor, maintaining his 1-second lead over Ali Graham of Hoyk. The scramble up the net, quick work from Adam, and the Tartan Army already struggling to stay calm. Maureen, Tanya and Adele can hardly watch as Adam makes short work of the rope. And Ali somehow turning a 1 second deficit into 3 seconds. Needs to get his stuff together if he's going to make the semi. The younger man leads on the handbike, relentless pedalling. Now takes to the air, swings the valley of death. Net climb, meat and drink to Adam. Ali on the trapeze, and the gap is beginning to yawn. Brian's sister Carolyn loves it. Adam tops the net. His last eliminator timed at 1 minute 19. Ali's at 1 minute 27. An Ali fan chewing on a burnt haggis. The tension is unbearable. Adam on the zip line as Ali finishes his climb. The slide to the floor. Good landing. One smooth action from Adam. Seesaws, then the travelator. Ali hooks up. He's coming down. But Leah on the left can see the writing on the wall. Adam attacks the travelator. Oh, yes, he pumps it up to the top. And what an electric eliminator for him. And that will do for Carolyn. And Ali turns to thank his crowd. A great runner-up. Hats off to Adam.
You're happy? I'm happy. Oh, can you believe it? You're through to the semi-final?
I can't, no. Pinch myself.
You just went for it?
I definitely went for it, yeah.
Did you ever feel Ali breathing down your neck at all?
At one point, yeah. On the first scramble net and the second scramble net as well. He's an amazing athlete, this bloke.
Well, you've really made the most of your opportunity, haven't you?
Yeah, I had to. I didn't want to let Brian support us down, as I keep saying. I haven't even got my girlfriend there this time. She's going to go mad at me.
Well, I'm sure your girlfriend will be here for the semi-final along with everybody else. Well done. You thoroughly deserve your medal. Let's hear it for Adam!
He was just that little bit quicker.
Yeah, I lost it on the handbike and up the cargo net, that was it, he was gone.
Well, it's been great to have you on the show. I mean, we're going to miss you. And I personally am going to miss the bagpipes and the Tartan Army. They've been terrific. They've been a terrific support.
Oh, that's right. It's just a bit I couldn't do for them.
It's been great to have you on the show. The very best of luck in the future. Let's hear it for Ali!
It's a long journey back to Hope. And Adam can't contain his emotion. Brian's family adopting him as their own. Little wonder if he's going to keep bringing flowers. There's the pride of our Ali. Family reunion for Ali and Leah. No surprise that the fastest men's eliminator record set last week by Gordon James was smashed by Adam Stretton's time of 1 minute 11 seconds dead.
What an unbelievable eliminator.
Absolutely, and there's bound to be more of those in our quarterfinals and in our semis. Join us next week for more action here on Gladiators.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
Can you name any of the Gladiators who lasted the entire series run? There weren't many. Answer in a mo. More Gladiators next on Challenge. Well, over on Pick next, they're heading to Australia for some fly-on-the-wall action in Nothing to Declare. The answer to the question, by the way, is Lightning, Cobra, Saracen and, of course, Wolf. Lasted all 8 series.